Welcome back, MLP fans, to another blind reading with Hungry Harmony, and this is going to be Chapter 2 of Bride of Discord. And if you're now tuning in to this, please check Chapter 1 in my blind reading, and I'll explain all that I'm doing right now. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and I want to start it right now. So, let's go. Chapter 2, The Gala. The Grand Galloping Gala was next week, and Twilight had called all her friends to help with the preparations, except for Rainbow Dash, as she and the Wonderbolts were part of the entertainment anyway. Makes sense. Applejack was to be in charge of the food, Fluttershy was to bring her songbirds, Pinkie Pie was to decorate, and Rarity was to make every pony's dresses. That's a lot of dresses if you're making every pony's dresses. Oh dear. Was it just for your friends? Then never mind. But the four approached the palace gate and were let through as the guards already knew them. Oh, way to go, guards. Unless it was a changeling. Whoops. Instead of Twilight, they were greeted by her brother. Aww. I cannot do Shining Armor voice. Hello, girls, Shining Armor said. We're so glad you can make it. Twilight and the others are already having dinner. They asked me to escort you. Applejack sighed in relief. Thank goodness, I'm starved. Pinkie Pie bounced down the hallway. I love having dinner with the princesses. You love having dinner with any pony, darling. Rarity chuckled. In the dining hall, Celestia sat at the head of the table. Twilight and Spike on her right, Luna and Cadence on her left. When she saw her friends, the purple alicorn forgot her manners for a moment, leaping out of her seat and attacking them with a hug. That's okay, I will allow that. You are allowed to tackle with them with a huge hug. Way to go, Twilight. I'm so happy you're here, she exclaimed. I haven't seen you guys in weeks. We're happy to be here, Applejack declared. Now how about we chow down? As they ate, the friends caught up with one another. Twilight told them about the new spells she had learned. Brady talked about the dresses she had in mind for the gala. Applejack asked if the orphans could be invited to the event, and Pinkie Pie babbled on about pudding. That's Pinkie. Fluttershy politely listened to the conversations and nodded when necessary. Then Shining Armor and Cadence had big news. What's this big news? Should I tell them? The alicorn asked her husband. I think you have the right, he replied with a wink. She smiled at all of them. We're having a baby! Ah! Every pony gasped. Wait a second. Then she took a sip of the water and spat it out. You're having a baby! Congratulations! I get to play with it, right? Oh my gosh, it's not a puppy. It's not a puppy, Pinkie. Cadence laughed. Of course, Pinkie. Twilight clapped. Yay, I'm going to be an aunt! When are you due? 10 months, answered Shining Armor. How wonderful! How wonderful, Fluttershy complimented, speaking for the first time that evening. This calls for a toast, Celestia announced. She lifted her goblet. Here's to the new prince or princess. Oh, the others lifted their goblets and cheered in agreement. Wait! Spike paused. I'm not going to be the one to change its diaper, am I? Every pony laughed. Poor Spike. Fluttershy only smiled softly. She was truly happy for the young couple, but for some reason the happiness could not be reflected. Applejack was the only one who noticed Fluttershy's depression and stopped laughing. Her friend had been in this way for quite a while now. While she engaged in social activities as much as possible, she never seemed to take pleasure in them. It bothered the cowgirl, and she was determined to find out what was going on. Thank you, AJ! Thank you! Except couldn't you have done that like 2 years ago even when it started? She kinda needed it. The next day, preparations for the Grand Galloping Gala began. Pinkie Pie brought her party cannon into the ballroom and fired balloons and confetti all over the place. Princess Celestia was sure the gala was going to be less boring this year. Well, if Discord's not there, of course it's gonna be boring. Just kidding. Rarity called the girls in one by one to take measurements and ask their opinion on their dresses, though they knew not to trust the unicorn's vision and not make too many suggestions. Good point. After gathering food supplies from the market, Applejack decided to take a stroll into the garden. stroll in the garden. She would not have to make the food until the day before the event, so she had some time to herself. She followed a melodic sound and encountered Fluttershy conducting her bird course. She stopped in the middle of a song. No, it's more like, she sang a few notes in the sweet voice of hers. Understand? Howdy, Fluttershy. Applejack said in a voice loud enough to startle the birds. The pony beamed apologetically. Oops, sorry. The Pegasus sighed and gave a small smile. It's okay. We're about to take a break anyway. Applejack studied her face carefully. Is something wrong, Sugar Cube? What? What? Oh no, nothing is wrong. She wasn't convinced by her tone. Fluttershy, I'm gonna be honest with you. You've seemed to be down in the dumps as of late. You know, I can't remember the last time I've seen you smile. I mean, really smile. Like, mean it. I'm sorry if I can't do a good Applejack. I'm trying, but I'm having fun, so deal with it. She wasn't convinced by her tone. Fluttershy paused and turned away. It's nothing, really. Applejack took a deep breath. It's those nightmares, isn't it? You're still having them, aren't you? The Pegasus floated to the ground and hid her face shamefully. Her friend put in a shirring hoof on her back. Sugar Cube, she said slowly. It's been 3 years. Discord's long gone. You've got nothing to fear anymore. You gotta let it go. She sniffed. I know, but the nightmares just won't go away. Even when I'm not asleep. It's like everywhere I turn, he's there, watching, waiting. I don't know. Take me away or something. I can't. Oh my gosh, Fluttershy. She started to cry. Applejack strove to remain in comfort. Hey, it's okay. It's all in your imagination. Discord's not coming back, and he certainly isn't gonna take you away. Oh my gosh. When you kind of know what's going to happen, it's just like, help. Neither of them knew, but in the cave far away, their old Emery was watching the scene in a mirror. He could not help but laugh. It's just too amusing, he exclaimed. Oh, the dramatic irony of it all. Oh, imagine the looks on their faces when I appeared, out of the blue, after all this time. The image in the mirror faded and only his reflection was visible. And why have you been hiding all these years? His image mocked. So we can lead those naive ponies into a false sense of security, so that when we strike it'll be a surprise. Based on their moods now, I'd say the time has come. They all think I'm gone for good. Except for that wimpy Pegasus. Who cares? No pony listens to her anyway. He chuckled. Oh, that pony's in for quite a fright. Exactly what's the plan this time? Turning them into their opposites again? Oh yeah, 'cause that works so well. No, we can't do something that can be undone. We'll have to make a more permanent change. Oh dear. He tapped his chin with his eagle claw. The problem is those elements of harmony. His reflection says, as long as they are willing to use them, we are not safe. His eyes gleamed the idea. Yeah, hit him. Yes, but what if they weren't willing to use them? The reflection smiled evilly. Ooh, I like the sound of that. So what's the plan? I'll tell you later. Those ponies are in the surprise of their lives. Oh my gosh. He broke into a roar of maniacal laughter, which echoed throughout the cave. He glanced around at the emptiness of his lair. You know, I've really got to stop talking to myself. I'm sorry, I can't do a Discord voice, but I am having so much fun. The Gala was only a day away when Spike coughed up a message from Princess Celestia. There is a crisis in Saudi Arabia, she announced to the other princesses after reading the parchment. What sort of crisis? It lacks detail, but it says they need you, Cadence and I, to come to their aid. Why not me? Twilight questioned. That's what it says. Even if they requested all of us, one of us will have to stay behind. But you can't all leave right now. What about the Gala? We must leave immediately. You'll be in charge of everything, Twilight, including the Grand Galloping Gala. The young alicorn froze. Me? Rule Equestria? Run the gala? By myself? You have your friends, Twilight. Stop thinking of yourself. Celestia nodded. You will have your friends. Brother to help you. There you go. Celestia knows. But yes, until we return, all royal duties will be appointed to you. But I haven't even been a princess for a year yet. Now you want me to run the kingdom by myself? Do you think I'm ready? The tall white alicorn lifted her chin with her hoof. I do. When the others heard about this, they panicked. You mean they're not going to attend the gala? Rarity explained. Oh, and I made them those 3 dresses for nothing. We're doing this all by ourselves? Fluttershy asked worryingly. Aw, we've thrown big parties before, Pinkie said cheerfully. It will be so neat. It will be no sweat. But something as big as the Grand Galloping Gala? It seems like a performance. Oh, I think I'm going to... Applejack caught her before she hit the floor. I'm nervous too, Twilight declared. But don't worry, girls. I know we can pull this off if we work together. We got this together. This lifted every pony's spirits, and they cheered. Hurrah! I'm just going to add the hurrah. Well, every pony but Fluttershy, who uttered a half-hearted yay. Poor Fluttershy. She needs a therapist, Dr. Wolf. Fluttershy needs therapy. Well, what are we waiting for? Said Rarity. We have a gala to prepare. I'll get my birds to practice. Her 4 friends watched in confusion as the Pegasus trotted sadly off. What's wrong with Fluttershy? Pinkie Pie wondered. The Grand Galloping Gala's tomorrow. She should be happy. Why isn't she happy? You know how she is with social events, Rarity said. But I never seen her like this before, Twilight nodded. It's the nightmares again, Applejack explained. They seem to be getting worse. I do not know how to do a crunchy accent. Ah! The acorn's face filled with concern. How long has she been like this? A while. I can't remember the last time I saw her smile. Pinkie pondered. You know what? Neither can I. I mean, when she does give a smile, it looks forced. You know, she's been getting invitations from an enormous array of stallions, Rarity mentioned, but she rejects all of them. I simply cannot understand it. If I received that much attention, I would bask in it. I don't even know what bask in it means. Must be some kind of slang thing. Or some kind of other term. You say she's having nightmares? Twilight asked. Do you mean the ones involving... Now you get it? She didn't need to finish. Exactly. She can't seem to get that monster out of her mind. But he's been gone for 3 years, Rarity reminded them. What is she afraid of? We gotta find a way to turn her frown upside down, Pinkie declared. But how? I don't even know. Just be there for her. Ask her. Let her talk. What she needs is a social boost. She should do more at the gala tomorrow night. Then conduct the bird choir. She should sing a song. You're right, Pinkie agreed. She has an amazing voice, but she doesn't show it off. This could be her chance. That's just gonna give her more social anxiety. What about her stage fright? Exactly. Applejack questioned. Oh, please, Rarity huffled. It's high time she got over it. I suppose she could sing, Twilight said. We'll have to ask her first. Fluttershy was reluctant in the beginning, but then decided it would be something to take her mind off of everything and accepted. Besides, she was more afraid of her nightmares coming true than performing on stage. Whoa, that's big character development from Fluttershy. I mean, you know how people say, like, they're more scared of public speaking than death? Like, some people are like that, like, they're more afraid of that. That's what I'm thinking Fluttershy is going through. Like, she'd rather sing in front of a crowd than think about those nightmares. That's kind of like a big deal. Wow. I feel bad. Oh, Fluttershy. The posh ponies were astonished when they entered the castle the next evening. The ballroom was decorated like a 6-year-old's birthday party. Oh dear, Pinky! The table was covered in peasant-baked goods, and the orchestra was playing the Pony Pokey, and Princess Twilight was greeting the guests instead of Celestia. Oh no, she of course only did this for the first few minutes and then left to mingle. The scene was also lively due to the presence of the Canterlot orphans. Aww, the orphans! The Canterlot elite was shocked at first, but soon settled into the rusticity of it all. They had to admit the gala was a lot more entertaining this year. Yay! Pinkie Pie was in the middle of a song when she suddenly cried, "Rainbow Dash!" The Wonderbones had just entered the ballroom and Rainbow Dash was tackled by the enthusiastic pony. "Way to go, Pinkie, that would be me. I would give my friends a hug if I saw them across the room," and Shilly rushed. "Here comes Hungary." "I'm so glad you're here," Pinkie shrieked. The blue Pegasus wrapped a foreleg around her and laughed. "Good to see you too, Pinkie." She was then met with Twilight and Applejack, both of which offered her a hug. "Oh, they were sweet." "Hey, where are Rarity and Fluttershy?" she asked, glancing around. "Fluttershy was practicing her song, and Rarity went to pick up the Cutie Mark Crusaders from the train station," Applejack explained with a chuckle. "Though they're not exactly the Cutie Mark Crusaders anymore." Whoa, back up! Fluttershy? Fluttershy's practicing what now?" "She's singing a song tonight," answered Twilight. Rainbow looked at her in disbelief. "Same. Fluttershy? On stage?" "We thought it would be a good confidence booster for her." "And what was that you said about the CMCs?" Applejack was about to reply when a young voice cried, "Rainbow Dash!" It belonged to Scootaloo, who's racing towards her role model. Aw, Rainbow greeted her adopted sister with a hug. Adopted sister. I love this. Adorable. "I missed you, Scoots. Let's have a look at you. Wow, you've grown, kid. And," she paused, "is that..." Scooter lifted her skirt to reveal a big picture of a red scooter on her flank. "Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I finally earned my cutie mark." Oh my gosh, Scooter's so cute. Rainbow and Twilight gasped. Applejack smirked. "Tried to tell y'all." "Congrats, kiddo!" The older Pegasus rubbed her purple mane playfully. "I always knew you had slick moves on that scooter." "I know!" Scootaloo explained. "How could I not know that was my special talent?" Then Rarity approached with Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom, who, like Scootaloo, were dressed elegantly. Apple Bloom wore a glittering red dress and had switched her pink bow with a sparkling green one. Ha ha ha. Sweetie Belle wore glass slippers to match her blue dress with translucent trimming. Scootaloo's hair was long and wild, and her dress had a magnificent blend of orange and purple. "Wow, you girls look beautiful. Did you make those dresses, Rarity?" "Would you believe it?" Rarity replied. "Their Apple Bloom hair came up with the designs." "Really?" Applejack said. "Yeah," her sister explained. "And guess what appeared yesterday?" I can't do country. I try. She lifted her skirt, making Applejack gawk at her cutie mark. It was an apple being painted red by a brush. Oh. Why didn't you tell me? I knew Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle, but I was worried you... I wanted it to be a surprise. Oh, I was so good at designing dresses, I thought I could use my design skills to paint the clubhouse. When I was done, this thing appeared." I cannot do it. Applejack sniffed and hugged her little sister. "Oh, my little Apple Bloom has finally blossomed." "But you said Sweetie Belle had her cutie mark too," Twilight said. "I do," the little unicorn piped as she revealed her flank. Sweetie Belle's cutie mark was a lavender musical note ringing a pink bell. Adorable. Twilight did not need to ask what her talent was. "I always knew you had a lovely singing voice." Boom. "I got it at the talent show," Sweetie Belle explained. "We were doing a stand-up comedy act, but no pony was laughing." "Then Sweetie Belle started to sing," Scootaloo interjected, "and we joined in. When every pony clapped, I realized that the only I realized that not only do I love singing, but I'm very good at it. Then I got my cutie mark. And we won! You three sure have come a long way, Rainbow noted. We all have, said Twilight. Neither of them noticed the gray stallion listening from afar. His deer antler and goat horn were hidden under his top hat. The only things that would not change, along with his yellow and red eyes. He smiled to himself at the alicorn's statement. We have indeed, Twilight sparkled, including me. Discord! Discord's back, Discord's in the Gala, even though I knew that, but just reading it, it's just almost like watching it or reading it for the first time. I mean, I am reading it for the first time, but it's kind of like, when watching a movie for the first time, let's just say that, but I'm reading it. What? Oh my gosh, that was chapter 2. I can't wait to get started on chapter 3. Stay tuned for that. Hungry Harmony, out. Friendship is magic. She followed a melodic song. She followed a melodic. She followed a melodic. She followed a melodic. She followed a melodic